Guys, Brendan Hancock here with another episode of Groove Subaru today. And today we're gonna take a look at the new 2017 Subaru Outback 3.6R Touring. Now the Touring trim level is new for the 2017 Outback. Previously you just used to have that trim level with the Forester, but now they've brought it onto the Outback, which really helps to up the level of elegance and luxury feel that the Outback is offered and known for. So this one right here, this is in the new color that they've come out with. It's called Brilliant Brown Metallic. Almost has a dark sort of Java brown, almost sort of purple feel if you can kind of see it at all. But it's really, really nice. And they have made a couple of changes here to the Touring trim level that you can see right away on the outside. So if you follow me over this way, first thing you're going to notice does come with the 18-inch alloy wheels here, very similar to that of the limited trim level. And on the front end, it is going to come with the HID low beam headlights on the front, as well as a sort of dark gray metallic front grille. So that's something that's easy to spot the Touring trim level with as well. Just like on the Limited, you will have the sort of chrome accents around here. However, they are going to also add for the Touring trim level. You will have these chrome inserts here. Obviously comes with keyless entry and push to start. And then you'll also get the chrome on the bottom here. Just kind of gives it a little bit more of a contrast, a little bit more of a luxury feel. The other thing that they've changed, and you can actually notice here because this one has the crossbars on it, in a Limited or any other trim level of the Outback, you're going to have the crossbars that are built into the top that swivel over. The Touring is the only trim level that's going to change on. So 17 Outbacks in general, that's not a change, just with a Touring trim level. And you'll see here it has these kind of low, a little bit more sleek design of it. And then you're going to get these custom crossbars that will come specifically to fit this trim level of the Outback. So they do come with, there's really only two options for the Touring Forester. You either get the 2.5 liter engine, or just like this one, the 3.6R, which puts out about 256 horsepower. Really, it's going to come fully loaded with everything you could possibly get. You're already going to have premium sound, push to start, navigation, Eyesight. It's going to have the reverse automatic braking, which is new for 2017. Then it's also going to have the high beam assist as well. So that third additional camera that we mentioned in our other Outback video, it's going to be right up there by the mirror. That's new for 17, so in low light situations, you know, you're up in the mountains, there's not a lot of light, it's going to turn your high beams on there for you automatically, and then as a car is coming in the opposite direction, it's going to turn those off for you, so you don't have to worry about that. But really, they've made some really, really wonderful changes here, and I think the overall design of it has just kind of upped the level and made it a real true competitor of the Audi Allroad. So why don't we go take a look on inside, shall we? So on the interior of the 2017 Touring Outback, it is a truly nice place to be. When you do have the Java brown interior here, one of the things I really like, just like with the Forester, you have this two-tone sort of stitching throughout. So especially on the sides here, really adds a nice level of elegance. Just like with the Limited, you're gonna have the memory seats up here. They do have a specific wood grain trim that they offer for the Touring Outback that also kind of has this two-tone contrast here with the, I would call it brushed steel. It's not exactly chrome here, but sort of a brushed steel look. As for the interior here, very similar steering wheel setup to that of a Limited Outback with Eyesight. You still have all your Bluetooth and your audio controls, everything over here. Being an Outback, you do have paddle shifters as well, and as well as your controls for the front screen right over here, sort of at 7 o'clock roughly. The thing they've done a little bit different is the background on the keys are sort of a piano key black gloss finish as opposed to more of a matte black like you have in a Limited or a premium trim level. But everything here very similar to that of a fully loaded 3.6R Limited Outback. One of the main additions, however, obviously you do have this sort of chrome, actually more the brushed steel again, I would say, kind of contrast here, and then also the heated steering wheel, which is going to be new for 2017. As for the center console area, all of this is going to be the same. Not too many updates here in terms of infotainment system really, but like I mentioned, the Touring is going to come standard with all of the features, Eyesight, navigation, so all of that really is just in the car already, so you don't have to think about different option packages. You do have all of your Eyesight controls here as well as the rear liftgate, steering responsive fog lights over here, controls for that. So the nice thing about Eyesight, a lot of people have a misconception about it, you have the ability to turn off every feature individually and sort of adjust it the way you want. So if you don't want, lane departure, beeping at you constantly, you can just turn that feature off and have everything else going just as normal. You will have the heated seats, obviously. You do have X mode, your sort of off-road mode, the hill descent control, throttle control management, as well as incline hill assist. And then you do have, just like in a Limited, you do have your automatic headlights and fog lights up here. But this one, these are gonna be, like I said, the HID low profile headlights. Really, really, truly a luxurious feel. I mean, I think that this is really the point of view of the Outback in this trim level. It is really trying to up that level of elegance and really introduce Subaru as a kind of a front runner potentially in sort of a luxurious SUV feel. I'm sitting in the back seat of the Outback right now, and I just had the seats adjusted to where I was, and plenty of room back here. You do have your center armrest as well. Just like in the Forester, although a little bit sort of smoother setup here, you do have your reclining rear seats that'll bring you back about 15 degrees or so. So for long road trips, you know, for people that are bringing kids and stuff on a lot of trips, really comfortable car, even for long periods of time. You have all your pockets and everything here for, you know, maps, catalogs, magazines, what have you. And the thing that the Outback does have in the Limited and higher, so the Touring as well, is it does have the heated rear seats as well as vents for the back. So being the Touring trim level, you do sort of have this time it's actually chrome, it's not brushed steel. This time you actually do have sort of a chrome accent here, give it a little bit more of a luxury flair here in the back. Other than that, sort of just a continuation of the two-tone stitching and the brown leather that just makes the whole interior really seem really nice. So let's go take a look in the trunk, shall we? So this is the trunk of the 2017 Subaru Outback Touring. And one thing you'll actually notice, besides of course the sensors that you have here for the reverse automatic braking, is this one does actually have the tow hitch package directly from Subaru. One thing that's really nice that the Outback can sometimes be better than the Forester for is actually towing. The 6-cylinder in particular can tow well over 3,000 pounds. So if you're looking for, you know, small trailers, a boat, something like that, this car can actually tow it, whereas not a lot of other Subarus do have that capability. But this vehicle, one of the main differences, apples to apples, the Forester and Outback, you know, in terms of actual cargo capacity, are within 4 cubic feet of one another. The difference is that this is about 9 inches longer, whereas this entry point on a Forester is about 4 inches taller. So people that are gonna find this to be sort of a better fit for them is if they do like to do a lot of car camping. A lot of, you know, mid-size adults can actually fit in this. When you move the seats forward and they fold entirely flat, you can actually sleep in the back of the car, which is really nice. This vehicle, with its 8.7 inches of ground clearance, Consumer Reports rated the #1 performing SUV in the snow. So I've actually taken my Xterra up to some pretty aggressive trailheads before. I get to the top and there's a bunch of like Outbacks and Foresters up there. So this car can really take you a lot of places, really let you see the world. So one thing I want to show you, this one does have a rear compartment cover. These do come out really easily. Just pop them off like so. And then you do have these 2 little tabs on either side here. It's just kind of a one-touch fold down situation. So I'm about 6'1", 6'2" on a good day, and I can quite comfortably fit in the back of this car. So I have a lot of space back here. You guys can bump some awesome tunes with the Harman Kardon. You got your subwoofer in the back. So really a lot of space, and if you are looking to do that, this might be the car to consider over a Forester, just due to that kind of extra length of the car itself. You have a couple of 12 volts back here as well. The option to add, you know, they have hooks for groceries, things like that. So without the seats folded down, it's about 35.5 if I'm not mistaken. But this is, I mean, as you can see, this is over 70 cubic feet, 73.3 I believe. And one thing I do like, this one, it's covered right now, but it does have the cargo tray, sort of an all-weather mat for the back, and then the rear seat back protectors. So everything here is just completely covered, which is nice when you have a vehicle that is, you know, this luxurious on the inside. You know, you want to live it like a Subaru, but it's also really nice, so you want to keep it clean. So wonderful car, I think. All around great choice. Really, at the end of the day, between a Forester and Outback, it's just determining what you want to use the car for. So if you guys want to stop in, take a look, we do have tons of 2017 Tourings that are coming in. This one in particular is for Subaru of America, so this one is not for sale. But these cars do go fast. They're not making a ton of them, so definitely check with your Subaru certified associate here at the dealership to see what is coming in transit. You can take a look at something like this or a similar trim level, and then usually what it's going to be is placing deposits on inbounds, because people are snatching these things up. So if you guys want to call in, you can always ask for me, Brendan Hancock, or just stop into Groove Subaru, and one of our certified representatives will be happy to assist you. See you guys next time on Groove Subaru Today.